It is time to make another batch of beetroot wine. They had a sale at the local store and I bought 6 kilos approximately. I will rinse them. Ideally I would also peel them, but that would be extremely boring, so I'm going to skip that step. After rinsing I will put them in the pot and alongside with a few liters of water, and I will boil them for, I guess, a couple of hours. In the middle of it, after about an hour or so, I will probably put them to the mixer and make a pulp out of it and let it keep boiling for until it's done, and put it into a bucket alongside with some more water and sugar and other stuff. And there they are, washed and ready to boil. I added 5 liters of water to it to cover them, or almost cover them. And they will boil for a while, and then I will mix them, as I said. I did this wine earlier this year, I think it was. And it was probably the best wine I have ever done. It was nice and earthy and a bit sweet. I will not try to repeat that process with these. Instead, I will try to make it stronger and a bit drier. And if I fail and it turns out to be as good as last time, well, it's no loss. It is starting to boil and it's soon time to lower the temperature and let it simmer. As you can see, the liquid is already red and rich. There might be some dirt left on some of them, but it will all fall to the bottom in fermentation and stay there and be left in the bucket once I rack it after a couple of weeks. The smell is very earthy, which isn't so surprising because the beetroot taste is quite earthy and umami-like. Alright, they have been simmering for an hour and I will now put them to the mixer. I have one of these, so I will do it in the pot and then it will simmer for another hour perhaps. And here it is. Ooh. It's bubbling quite a lot, which is good. Some of the beets I'm sure I didn't catch and they will be nearly whole, but it doesn't really matter. What we're going to do now is let it finish and then pour it into a bucket. I had to take a big bucket because it turned out to be a bit thick, so I added some water. That also led to that my original gravity is sitting at 112, which is a bit low. But I don't have any more sugar. I poured in 4 kilos of sugar and 3 bottles of dark syrup. So I have to work with that, and it's gonna be fine. It corresponds to about 15% of alcohol if it ferments to dry. It can ferment further and it can also stop. That's what you get when you are using things from nature. Nature is fickle, let's say. So anyway, this is going to stand until it reaches room temperature. probably until the morning, and then I will add some yeast. I'm going for the K1V1116. I usually add another one when I'm talking about that one, but I think that was the correct name. And then it will stand until the first fermenting is over, which will take a week or two or longer. Sometimes it's quite slow. And then I will rack it. So, thank you for watching.